Hello guys, welcome to my channel if you haven't already seen it. Randomly looking on Facebook Marketplace and I had to do my shifts, 12-hour shifts of work, and then I stumbled across this boat. It was only $4,000. I thought, nah, it has to be a scam. I messaged the dude and he said, yeah, it's available, you want it? Needs gone as soon as possible. The property it's at, I think it may be getting leased or something, so all these boats had to go, so had a quick look at it. No, this is the all the boats. Dual axle trailer. Very good. Interior's an absolute mess, but all the trim appears to be alright. Just really dirty. Really dirty. We need to fix those doors up. Hatch on the floor's rotted out. Not too worried about the floor stuff. But the paint is savable. It's a 2000 model. Yeah, definitely worth $4,000. Pick it up by Monday or something. So yeah, went on a mission yesterday. Had to get an unregistered trailer permit, and I got it from Western Sydney. There's some beautiful boats lying around. It's just, yeah, unusual. Stumble across something like this. So I had no intentions of getting that boat anytime soon. So I got this Caribbean Crest Cutter, Australian-made half-cabin boat. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfectly good boat. I just wanted something a bit newer. This thing's a bit old and dated, and I thought, you know what? I might also just upgrade, get something a bit newer. But yeah, this boat, it's got a brand new or 2-year-old trailer underneath it. So yeah, I don't know how, I'm gonna have to wait till spring comes around. I'll have a better chance of getting a good price for it. But yeah, just let it sit for now. But yeah, so I managed to fit this beast in the shed. Absolutely huge. I thought it was going to hit this garage. I remember when I chose to get this shed, I wanted something with a bigger door that was high for this reason. Potential to get like caravan or boat in here. So it's a Bayliner Capri 2052 LX. There's an LS model. This is LX, so it's extra luxury. But yeah, so it's more of a family cruiser sort of boat. But it did have a Mercruiser Chevy 350 Chev, like a marinized Chevy engine, 5.7 litre. But yeah, the dude I bought it off, he's a marine mechanic, and is a customer brought in because the motor was cactus, something wrong with it. He had left the hood open, water got in, and yeah, must have seen it before in a Chevy motor. Water got in and it probably bent up the rods, hydraulic locked the cylinders. So they took the motor out, and that's where it ended. The boat just sat there for probably sat around for a couple of years, I guess, or longer. But interior's absolute shit show. It's just like mouldy and just wet. Carpet's all rotted out. It's just, yeah, it's a mess. But the floor seems solid. Just shit everywhere. So I was curious to see how the paint would come up, and I just gave it a very quick hit just here, the buffer, and special cutting compound, 3D compound with a 3D pad. And yeah, absolutely, yeah, come up Mickey Mouse. So I'll do the rest of the boat, but to start with, I'll get in the interior, give it a good clean out, and just get all the shit out of it and see what I'm up for. But so far it looks really good. It's got a, I thought the window, I couldn't understand why the window hadn't faded or anything. I thought, you know, usually after, 2000 model boat, 25 years, you think it would have faded and gone milky, but no, it's actually tempered glass, so that explains why. So before I can do anything more, I need to get the boat out a bit so I can get a bit of room around it, get inside, and because I've got this car above it in the road, so it's very difficult to move, very heavy. This dual axle trailer is really good too. I was hoping I could use my other dual axle Torex trailer. I got the other boat, but it's not rated for this 20.5 foot boat. So yeah, this trailer just turns out it's really good anyway. So What I'm going to do, I've got an electric jockey laying around here somewhere, over here. T-Rex. So I put that on this boat, so then I can be able to move it around. But it's absolutely useless in the wet. Once that jockey wheel gets wet, it just spins. And there appears to be a lot more front end weight in this trailer or this boat than I met other boats. So hopefully this electric jockey works that a little bit better. She's pretty bloody sad. I've really got myself some work here. I knew it was going to be bad, but it's just once you pull the guts out of this boat, it just everything just takes up so much room. But I think I've got a couple of dump passes, so I can take a one trail load to the dump, and I can just get rid of heaps of just crap, like life jackets and just typical boating stuff that people leave, like water sports and stuff. Just heaps of crap for the boat, old carpet, wood and shit. So dump that, get rid of it, and it should be a lot better. But just a mess. Like, the easiest part for real is the paint. I know that's going to be time consuming, but it's going to be very rewarding and it'll be a quick result. But yeah, strip the interior out. All the cushions that go in the cabin, they're all just very sad, stinky. It looks like there's been a leak in the cabin, which just makes things worse. But I've been inclined to not even worry about putting cushions back in there for now. Just leave it all empty, but I like it. Not having cushions in there, it creates a lot of room. Yeah, it's good because you can store all your fishing gear and stuff in there, but you have to make sure it doesn't leak. So it might have been leaking because the actual cockpit wasn't covered, but it's got a special cover that actually it turns this thing to a big sort of enclosure, like its own little enclosure, which is really awesome. But obviously, if you leave it out in the sun for a long period of time, it's just going to deteriorate and fade. But you have to use treatment on it and stuff. But yeah, it's not sure what I'm going to do. But this section here that goes on the back, that goes around this engine canopy, or whatever you call it. And then you got these little covers that sit in there. But this is obviously knackered. So this sits in the back, and you've got seats on it, so passengers sit at the back. That's another thing I'm inclined not to worry about putting back in. Possibly just so it creates more room, when you're fishing. And it depends what I'm going to do with the boat. If I'm going to have like kids and that in there, you're going to create a lot of seating. But for it, I want to have this, so you don't really want too many people on the boat anyway at one time, because it just crowds the boat and you can't move around properly and stuff. But the seats just need a really good clean. I gave this a quick hit before and it come up all right. There's a couple of tears here and there, but it's nothing major. But if I really want, I can use a bit of this white vinyl paint and repaint if I want. See how it go. Ultimately, you get them retrimmed, but I just don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I'm just weighing it all up. Weighing it up, and actually that does look pretty damn good, eh? Goes in the back of the boat. Decisions. But for vinyl, you can get all these treatments and stuff, and it makes them plush and soft again. But if you've got any tears or cracks there, they look like shit. The back-to-back seats look good, but just dirty. So we'll get into the boat. As you can see, she's very sad. Look at the crap. So this is what I reckon's happened, right? They've been using it. The life jackets are dated 2007, their purchase date. The trailer itself is 2011. I reckon it's been used, left out under a tree possibly. There's pine, silly stuff here. Pine tree stuff. It's been parked under a tree, no cover on it. Water's just saturated the whole cockpit. They've actually haven't flushed the motor out properly every time they use it. Looks like, because look at this. This is a water pump. Look at that. Severe rust. There's up a section here I could show you. Oh, yeah, this one here. Look at this. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So, all these parts are replaceable, I reckon. Look at this. This is unreal. This is what happens when you don't flush your engine. Salt water. Everything just turns to shit. But yeah, it has definitely had a Chevy small block V8. which is a good thing. Gives me a bit of an indication, you know, it would have been a really good boat in its day. Like, so yeah, the floor appears to be solid. Like it's a little bit of movement over here, but then you walk on the top of the bow here, and there's a bit of flex in it. I don't know, it might just be the way it is, but I can see over there. It looks like someone's done a bit of fiberglass work where the battery goes. Yeah, a lot of people will see this boat and go, "Oh man, what a waste! Don't buy it. That's a heap of shit. Too much work." Blah blah. I know this is what I do, but I love it. So in the cab here, taking the cushions out, a little bit of water down in that side. Let's crawl in here, have a look around. Oh. So you got Club Marine. I was going to go through the insurance and the other boat, but this here gives you access to the back of the cluster, get back of the switches and stuff. Just needs a good clean. I've got a carpet cleaner. It's so cool. I love these boats. I remember, over the years I've always looked at these Bayliner Capris, caddy cabins. A lot of people like the bow riders, but I just love the caddy cabins. I love the look of them, and when you got your fishing gear and stuff, your rods, you can just throw it all in here and it's all kept into one spot. It's really good. But last time I was looking at these boats, it's always been one of those things where I want one, but it's like, you know, cheapest one I could find to pass, I think, was $25,000. So I would have had to take out a loan, and, you know, I've got cars and I've got this new house. But I thought, you know, it's out of the picture now. Like, I'm not going to be able to get one of these boats, you know. I've got to pay the house off and all the rest of it, you know. And this thing popped up for $4,000. I'm like, you know what? I can make something of this. Obviously a bit of work, but, you know, that's what projects are all about. Here, see that? It's all sagged. It's not a problem. There's a special it's a 3M brand they use for doing the hood lining. And you pull that down, you spray it, this special glue on both surfaces, stick it up, and within, like, you know, 10 seconds it's like stuck there. It won't come down again. So that's got to be done. Yeah, unreal. Also found, let's get out of here now. Also found just below the dash here is all these goodies. So from what I can gather, Port Jackson, Sydney, yeah, it's a Sydney boat for sure. No surprise, that's where I bought it from. Sunscreens. It's even got its original JVC stereo. Cool as. Love it. How many houses I got? You can see that, I can't. 40, what's that, 457? Oh no, there's a number there. 745 or something. Well, these boats, they don't really rack up that many hours. That's you really got to look after them because they're obviously very big and they take up a lot of room, and people fall in the trap of getting busy and just leaving the boat out for a week, and it turns into 2 months, and oh shit, better put a cover over it. And then that's how the story ends. Like, they rot out and it becomes a massive job to fix them up. But look at this stuff. Like, look at this hammer. How long was that? That was in here. Actually, no, that was in there. Because that cover there, when the bloke was showing with his boat, he stood on that and it just fell through the floor. Yeah, it's unreal. This screwdriver. Look at that. It's actually rusted out, swollen, and cracked the plastic wrap in it. Unreal. This is what you get, but if you're going to buy a boat that's dirt cheap, you can expect a lot of work. So what I'm going to do, I might get on the internet now, see if I got some dump passes. I recently used a couple doing a clean up, so if I can throw all the rubbish on the concrete out there, tomorrow's mission I'll get out there and I'll take all the dumps, create some room, because there's a lot of crap. Slowly getting there. I think that hole there, it's got drain plugs that obviously drain the water out to the transom, so I'll end up get the high pressure cleaner in there. blast that out, but I'll use the vacuum cleaner. I've got this one from Bunnings. That little baby. No doubt it's going to block up many times before I finish a job. But yeah, just getting all the bulky crap out of it. But I'm going to try now. Got this stuff here. I'll do a bit of the vinyl over here. This section's here. And to see how well it comes up. So I got to the point. I'll clean all this shit out of this engine well. And I'm going to get all the big material out. And then I'll have to wheel this. That jockey works really good with this boat because there's a lot of weight in the front, so I could just go out the driveway, get the high pressure cleaner, blast in there, blast in the well there. I'll get the blower, just get all the leaves out of gunwales, get them out of there, and get it looking a bit cleaner. But yeah, this engine, there's so much rust, like just rusted cast iron, and just obviously they didn't flush the motor very well every time they used it. They hadn't flushed it properly every time they used it, and it just got to the point where everything's rusting from the inside, and it looks like they've probably tried to undo bolts and that, and it seized, and they got the hammer and just smashed it all off. I guess I'll break the cast iron up, like the motor would have been a mess. Imagine what yeah, so much for water getting in it and then causing hydraulic lock. I think the motor was just, yeah, severely rusted, severe corrosion. But I've been doing this here, I'll show you. So I've been using this product here from Bunnings, $12 or something. Look at that, amazing. So I've basically done just this section here, all that. Even that's obviously got silicons in it, but if you wipe that dry, it still stays nice and shiny. But I was inclined to polish all this up, but we'll see how that usually the silicons, I'll stay like that for a few weeks or so, and I'll gradually just fade. But I'll see how it goes. But yeah, don't hold much hope for it. But obviously all this needs to be pulled apart and all polished and cleaned up. So I'm just doing a sort of in my head list of what I need to do, and those doors need to be remade. Easy enough. Got the old ones used as a template. New doors there. The kick panels, that one there behind the fire extinguisher needs replacing. It's all swollen. I think that end one there might be okay. Is that obviously need to make a new hatch cover there. It's easy. I've got a fair bit of marine ply left from last time I done the transom in that Caribbean. That was a big job. Yeah. So, right then. I'll see if I can wheel this outside while I give it a sunlight. It's sort of on off raining at the moment. Clean this out. Bloody high pressure cleaner. Can't get it started. I left out the weather. It's been having starting issues a little bit actually. Had to start fixing stuff on it, so it's only cheap crap off eBay, so couldn't really clean up here 100% properly, but not that it really matters. So yeah, rain's coming again. Up the shit. It's always on and off raining today. Yeah, so what I'll do now, I'll just put this boat back in there for it rains. Pour myself a nice homebrew. Very good. Found a little issue too, like this Optimax 2.5 litre, 150 horsepower. I used a bit of start your bastard in it, then it started freaking knocking, didn't it? Freaking stuffed up. But yeah, this was going to go on the Caribbean, but I've since learned that it's got 135 on it now. Put 150 on it, it's probably going to get the chines going in the water. Like, it's a bit much weight in the back of the boat. So I'll end up either parting this motor out or just pulling apart and fixing it. But yeah, way I'll get caught up in projects. Just don't know what's going to happen. But it was a good motor, like I think it was when I first got it. Paid $2,200 for it. This Alpha 1 drive, it's got 21 pitch prop on it. It'll be worth a bit of money, that one. Yeah, it seems to work. I can't change gears properly. I haven't really put much time into it, but yeah, it seems to be okay at this stage. So I can dump the oil out of it, and I'm more inclined to be milky. Usually water gets in them after a while, but see what happens. But yeah, found something pretty gnarly in the boat. I'll show you. So I'm in here, I've got this old cheapo vacuum cleaner, wet and dry. It's freaking powerful as it's sucking leaves up and just it's not holding back. It's going really well. So I thought I'd suck all the water out and just do my thing, clean up and that, get inside these areas in here, and then I got out this corner. I'm like, while I was hosing this out earlier, I found this bit of a weed, like a bit of weed, and I was using that to stick in the bung hole just to unblock it when it starts blocking up rusty shit trying to go through the hole. It's doing that, and I've looked at this and I'm like, why was that standing up? Why was that standing up out of the floor? That's not good, so investigate. Look at this. So, hear that? It's not totally soft, but there's something going on there. But look at this. There's actually a weed growing out of that. See if we can move this on the road. Look at that. That's wet rot. See that? Soft. Soggy. Weed growing out of the floor. Unbelievable. Never seen nothing like it. So yeah, all this area, that appears to have its integrity still. Over there, soft. What the hell's going on down there? What are you doing, boy? Hey? So they've had a go at fixing it over here. Not a very shit ass job, so I'll probably end up ripping that up. See how the edges won't roll over properly. Let's have a look and rip it up. Cut myself open. Guarantee. Oh, look at that. Oh, bodgy. See what they've done? Now, look at this. They put a big soft patch. It appears to be solid still. Just put some weight on it. Still, yeah, right. It's not soft at all. I'm inclined to rip that up. I don't like that. I expected to do a lot more fiberglass work, to be honest. As soon as I see wet floors. An old mate, when I rocked up, looked at the boat. It wasn't sitting its nose up in the air. It was sitting sort of nose down. Worst thing you can do for a boat. Water that gets in it, got nowhere to go. It settles amongst the stringers and the floor, pulls up, and over time it gets in. And these Bayliners, the stringers, they got marine ply in the stringer. They're wrapped in fiberglass. The floor is marine ply covered in fiberglass. But the actual hull, they put heaps of fiberglass, sheets of fiberglass, and they rolled in really well. So it's unlikely that this engine well is going to be soft. Like I've been stepping in it, pushing in it, and it's just rock hard. But they've definitely had a stabber. Looks like they've fixed this whole area here where it's green. Looks like they've possibly put a layer of fiberglass over it. It's not soft at all. It's rock hard. What's under it? I don't know. The guy bought it off the marine mechanic guy, Abdul, he said that that's a bit soft here. So you got the fuel tank under there, and he said it needs that expander foam under it. It just sort of builds up under and gives it support. I don't know. It's still solid. It's just got nothing under there to support it. So it just sort of flexes a bit, but I don't know. Probably just do little cutouts, but it looks pretty wet over there, so I wouldn't want to put nothing over it. But yeah, investigate that later, but I'll just focus on cleaning for now, just to get a gist of what's going on. Yeah, but definitely needs those doors. I can't even close them. But look at that. That's how the rest of this cockpit's going to be once it's all cleaned up. It's going to be fucking amazing. So I'm vacuuming this corner, and these stringers, unlike our previous boats I've had, which are older, now the rain's back, they've got expander foam along here. It's like a flotation assistant, like if you roll a boat or the boat gets a lot of water in it, it still sort of stays afloat the best it can. But the problem being, I'm pushing into this foam, right? A little bit damp, so especially that area will definitely need, the expander foam needs to be taken out. Now, saturated water will never dry out. It's inclined to rot the stringers out and whatever else is around over time, so that'll have to be cut out and chipped out. And what I'll probably end up doing is drilling holes in the floor here, especially along here and over there, and just seeing if there's any water in that foam. If that's the case, this whole floor will have to be ripped up, foam removed, put a new floor down, treat it properly, seal it properly, and yeah, put expander foam in there. Yeah, big job, but you know, it's a freaking lot easier and working on that car and do welding sections in. This is just labour. So this is what you get for a $4,000 boat. But this is all just, I've already got, there's a place near me in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. It's got, it's like a fiberglass shop. They got everything. They got all different types of fiberglass resins, sheets, and that. You just go there and you buy what you need. But I've already got about probably 8 litres, 10 litres of polyester resin. I just need to get hardener. I've got the powder used to make the talc, like a paste. I've got all the shit to do it. But at this point, I'm just assessing what needs to be done. But I've got to finish. I've just about finished restoring this car, Ford Falcon XB hardtop. But I'm waiting on parts to turn up in the mail. Things pretty slow at the moment. I don't know why, but I thought I'd hook into this. So yeah, I'll keep cleaning and just looking around. But yeah, it looks like this boat's been sitting, I reckon it's been sitting for many years. 10 years or so. It's been sitting out of the weather, because look at the amount of a weed growing out of the floor. It's obviously water. The roots have got into that foam and it's used that as a water source, and it's grown, so it's unreal. But if that's all I can see structurally wrong with it, that's pretty good. Like, I've had a lot worse. I've had it where I've had to rip up the whole floor. The stringers have been good, but I've had to redo the whole floor in a boat called a Savage Escort, Australian made runabout. But yeah, it's unlike, I'll have to get on there and give the transport a whack. I'll just get a rubber mallet, start just banging around, and if you start to hear that bit of a slapping noise, you know inside it's all starting to separate and it's soft. So there's, when it gets water in it, the ply just gets all soggy and damp, and then the outer layers can sort of bounce on it. So I don't think it's likely at all. Like, it's just yeah. Usually the base of the boat, like in here, they seal it really good for that reason. But these 4 areas, moisture's able to get to both sides of it. People walking on it, the flexing of it. But yeah, right. I'll just keep vacuuming this corner up and just sniffing around and see what I can find. What are you doing? You want to come to the party, don't you? Hey? Scratching the gel coat. I've got to keep this as a souvenir. The bodge work. So I've been inclined, after seeing that, I've noticed like that's green. So this whole area, it's green. I'm inclined to rip all that up. Get rid of the expander foam in it if it's wet. Then read it all over again. Better now than later. Then I'll end up doing what I've done with that boat and just end up selling it anyway. But I don't know. I've done a video on that when I've done the transom. I didn't do a very good job of it, but yeah. Just cleaning of the cab here in the right here, and I noticed a little bit dirty on the sides there. Hit it on the vacuum cleaning. See the lines there. It's coming up alright, but I think I need to get there. I've got a carpet cleaner inside, just a mini one. I need to really get in there and put the time into it and clean it up, and I'll do it in summer when it's hot and it'll dry out. It doesn't stay wet for ages like it is now. It's just, the weather's horrible. But, that's an indication how the rest of the cockpit's going to look. It's going to be great. And all these gauges, very nice. So I've got some perspex I need to make a new cover for it. So What I'm thinking of doing, right? It's got all these buttons and all these things there. I'm just wondering if I hook up the battery and see what actually works. Terminals over there. Could all turn to shit. Could have a short. I don't know where the fuse box is. Must be in that, in the cabin there, beyond that cover I was showing you before. See what happens. Got the Falcon FG battery ready. Some vice grips. See how it goes. Back in the shed. New day. Put the interior back in there. Old and shabby looking, but it's somewhere to store it. Looks complete that way. But what I might do today, now, not about all day, but I really need to get this boat out, give it a good blast with a high pressure cleaner, but can't get the bloody thing started. So yeah, I don't really want to buy another. I'm negotiating a motor for this boat at the moment. Cheap. See if it happens, that I'll get back to you on that. But I think when I get a bit of soapy water, sponge, I'll just keep this area clean and we'll give it a good buff and see how well it comes up. So I've got they use this 3D product. This is like a rubbing compound. That's what I used over here. And it come up Mickey Mouse. So I've got this bigger 3D pad. This stuff's got like special sort of honeycomb sort of things in it. This is a bit worn, this one. But you get less shit flying off it. So I'll try to do it in an area where I'm not going to get... Because once it gets on stuff, it sets hard. It's hard to get off. But I've got a small one of these. I just can't find the damn backing pad for it. That's good for those little tight areas. That needs a good clean. But see, it's got the honeycomb so they opens up. They're really good. But yeah, can't find the backing pad. I'll have another look. It's laying around here somewhere. I've recently used it. New day again. Got caught up doing stuff yesterday. But I'll show you what I got up to. I didn't film. So finished this area off. Absolutely beautiful. We'll have a look at that in the sun. And I gave this seat here. Gave that a good hit. A mole remover. It's come up really good. I'll start on the other one, but it's yeah, need more time. So yeah, we'll get this boat out, make some room. Don't really have to get out, just go forward a bit. I'll show you what I did get, but Mercruiser engine. Ooh. Picked it up from Sydney. The shop in Hornsby. Coringa. They restore boats. So customers bring boats in. And the boats obviously got issues. So one of them being this motor was seized. $650. So yeah, bloody suit good for recode. Yeah, right. It's probably this motor then. 2019. So we'll get this cover off and have a look. But I ultimately have to get this boat out. Russian trainer plane. I see it now. Always got antique aircraft flying around. Back on subject, so we'll get the cover off, look at the motor, but I need to get the boat out. Get this boat out, get this trailer in, attach it to block and tackle, get the motor off the trailer, and then I've got a frame I can put this whole box onto. That way I can wheel the frame around wherever I like, but I might have to keep it outside, put a cover over it, because yeah, obviously I've got a lot going on here at the moment. I do not want to keep that car. That car's it's been out west on a farm for many years. It's like got 93,000 Ks on it. It's had enough time in the weather, so I'm gonna leave it here. I like looking at it, to be honest, but yeah. So righto, get this boat out. So here it is, 5 litre Chevy 305 cubic inch, multi-point injection. I gather that's what it means. Yeah, I've hardly looked at this motor. I didn't actually pull the cover off it to look at it when I bought it either. Like there's a bit of stuffing around. It's getting late in the day, and I looked at all the photos on Facebook. I know it's knackered, so I can see it's got a distributor. It's got one coil. ECU, don't know where that is, probably there. It's basic. People are saying, what do you make the changes? Reflash the ECU, bigger injectors, different stroke, crank, rods, all that stuff. I'm making a 5.7, but I'm not fussed on that. It's a 260 horsepower motor, I reckon. But this motor might not be savable. Unfortunately, it's a different story when it comes to these marinized engines. They fail when they seize. It's generally because water gets in places it shouldn't. So I'll look at this riser. So they got risers either side, but water comes in through, where was it? Yeah, it's meant to be a pipe there, I think. Goes in there, goes up, flows through, and then goes through and comes out. The water jacket's in here, so there's water jackets in here. So there's your exhaust manifold. So water gets up here, too much of it, starts finding its way into the cylinders through the exhaust ports, and then it starts off small and turns into something major. So one telltale sign over here. Look, see all the rust around here, and it works its way down here. Yeah, so if I remove these bolts, I think that's probably why they removed, possibly why they removed this, to get in there and look for evidence. I could do everything I need to do while the motor is sitting in this box trailer, but I think it's better to get set up on the frame. You see, one really good thing about these Mercruiser or Mercury engines, this plug here, even though this boat didn't come EFI, electronic fuel injection, it was just a carburetor, the plug that comes out of main harness and goes to this engine will go straight into that, and it'll start and run. All the gauges apparently work off this. Don't have to calibrate, change anything, so see how that goes. But this motor, if it's got salt water in the cylinders, it could be proper knackered, pitted, rust, God knows how long it's been sitting for. But the main purpose of this motor, $650, is dirt cheap, is to get all accessories off it. You'd replace the manifolds, like if they're too far gone. All this crap at the back here, basically the inlet manifold, throttle body, all that shit that I haven't got, this motor has it. So right, I've got an attachment here on the roof. I've got fixture points, one here, another one over there. I'll get some chain and we'll get this motor off, and I'll get this frame ready. I might have to do some welding. This frame doesn't really hold. It's not sort of sitting right to hold this motor. So she's on the frame. So it's got nice soft wheels on it, so it's pretty easy to push around. So yeah, what I need to do, I need to clear my mind, to know to clarify what's happened. I will get this endoscope camera and we'll have a look in the cylinders and wherever else we can stick the little camera into and see what the hell's going on. Right, I'll have to make it pretty dark in here. That I'm not going to be able to see the screen too well, so I'll put this door down. Let's put the door down a bit. It seems to be okay. So, only problem, got this thing here. This cable's pretty firm. I'm trying to hold a position where that stays still, so I had to put it in this little vise. So what I'm doing, I'm looking inside this exhaust manifold. So look at the screen there. So there. Goes to a point where it goes along and goes down. The best bet would be to pull these bolts off here, pop the top off, and see if the water jackets have failed. That'd be the way to go. But I think I might just start moving plugs and just get straight to the bare bones, look on the cylinders, see if there's water in there. If I'm really lucky, the motor's just overheated, which is bad. It's overheated, pistons are galled in the cylinders, Blowing the head gasket, warp the heads, and that's it, seized. But yeah, wait and see. Plug doesn't look too bad. It's one of those iridium style, long lasting spark plugs. Yeah. On a Cleveland V8 it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5, 6, 7, 8, where these crisscross. I don't know. I'm a Ford man. I'm crossing to the dark side. It's probably a better side because these are heaps cheaper. Like Chev parts are a lot cheaper than Ford parts generally, as far as I know. So alright, let's have a look at this cylinder. Obviously it's going to have to go on a bit of a funky angle. Everything's in the road. Trying to make out what I'm looking at. Oh yeah, that looks dry. That looks, I mean the piston, see that? The piston's at the top. That looks normal. That cylinder's normal. 7 more cylinders to look at. Let's look at the next cylinder. Oh, so you get a valve open. A valve open. Let's have a look at the cylinder walls. See a bit of surface rust. Look at the top there. It's really hard to tell. This is only 1080. It's not a 4K. Bit of a white sort of, see around top of the piston there's a bit of wash, like it possibly got a bit of water in there. But yeah, it doesn't look like it'll be seized. It's hard to tell, you can't look at the whole piston obviously. You're limited what, I might have to turn the camera around. I've looked through this whole bank. They're all sweet. Like this one of them had a bit of rust on the cylinder wall, which I don't know, might not be an issue. But this is the suspect side, remember I was saying, like it's still a rust down there. I haven't tried turning the motor over yet. If I get the plugs out. But yeah, I'll start on this side now. This side could be the culprit. This side could be whole complete failure on this side. You can, if it has got water in the cylinders and the salt water, it rusts the cylinder walls. If it's that bad, you can't rebore it and then they can re-sleeve it. But it depends how bad it is, I reckon. But yeah, right, I'll remove all these plugs and look at this side. So you see these two cylinders are up the shit. They look normal. So these are suspect cylinders. This one especially, it must have got really hot. This is all seized. And buddy, I've never had a spark plug snap off like that before. It's actually come off where it's pressed in. So what I'll do, I've got some MAP gas here. Use this easy out kit, but I'm gonna have to be really careful now because this is the last option. Like if this doesn't work, obviously the heads are coming off and I'll have to get it from the inside possibly and put a lot of heat into it and work it out. But I'll see, I'll just have a quick go with this. But yeah, I'll have to measure it, make sure I got the right easy out for the job. But I haven't stuck a camera in there yet, but see it's up in here. I'll see which easy out will work with that. I'll put some heat into it and hopefully get it out so I'll get a camera in there. Trying to get a bit of heat into it. Doesn't want to budge. Try to heat that cylinder head up, get a bit of metal expansion, and then hopefully that will come out. Just leave it on there for a while. Gas is going to be low. It's not going to put that much heat into it, but so far it's looking like these two cylinders are the culprits. How bad they are is something we have to find out soon. It's in there bloody good. Had a rocket, stiff stuff around, yeah, got it out, but it's be a bit hot now to stick the camera in there, so I'll let it sit for a bit. Righto, I got the camera in this second last cylinder. Look at this bloody crime scene. Trying to get it clear for you. Come out again. Spark plug hole. I have to get in there again. Hang on, bear with me. Awkward. Right. Into spark plug hole. set of pistons at the top, so it's a bit hard, but you see it looks like oil gunk. I don't know if that's it's definitely had water in there, but I don't know. There's a lot of oil in there too. Right, let's have a look at the back cylinder. That was the worst one, or based on how hard it was to get the plug out. All right, let's have a look here. All that crud. That looks like... Oh, it's hard to bloody tell. It might just be on a valve. I don't know. That stuff, look, aluminium, when it gets salt on it, it just goes all funky like that after a while, but it's really hard to tell what's what. I need two hands. Right, I'll put the camera down. So obviously if I try to turn the motor over, the bolt there's tiny. It's not going to take much stress. I've tried wiring up the starter motor. It looks like the solenoid's seized. So what I put on here, listen to it. Just won't. It's all seized. Like, look at this. Just knackered. So yeah, bloody bugger. Not surprised. Looks like this bottom of this motor has just been exposed to the elements, like the salt, water and crap for a while. So yeah, I need to, if I want to try to turn the motor over, I'm going to have to get a new starter motor. I even try to put the Alpha 1 shaft in there and try to spin it. Yeah, hopeless cause. It's just not going to get anywhere. So what I have done, of what I've just got a bit of WD-40, sprayed it in these two rear cylinders. Give it a good coat. It'd be nice to get the motor clocked a bit, so that would be covering all the rings, but I'll just have to keep applying it and just leave it. Yeah, I have to price the starter motor, but it looks to me, in my opinion, it looks like it's just been cooked, like just typical overheating. Because I'll have a look at that cylinder again. Turn this back on. It's hard to tell because the piston's at the top, and you can't really get, see there properly, and to really get into the cylinder. So we'll go through this back cylinder again. See that the top, that part you see there, like shit, that's the top of the piston. You can see there, that's the valve. See the valve seat, not the valve seat, just the valve. Go right in there. So I'm hitting the valve there now. Get in there further. See, that's all wet. That's me spraying WD-40 in there. Obviously, I've just changed everything, but it's black, like oil burnt. But it looks like, see all that crap in the cylinder at the top there? That's salt water. Salt getting into the top of the piston and aluminium, and it gets salt water like for a while. It just goes all, gets that phosphorus sort of shit on it. So that's the back one. Let's get the next cylinder now. Have a look in here. This one's much the same. It's not as bad. See the oil there, the black, carbony sort of shit. So I reckon I could free that piston up. I just need a decent starter motor. Tell you what, if this motor is just your typical rebuild where you just basically get the head serviced, get them skimmed, get them resated, rebore, new pistons, just a basic rebuild kit on new gaskets, bearings. Yeah, I reckon less than $3,000, doing all my work myself, building it, get a machine work done, build it myself. I reckon I could, if it's able to be rebored and that cylinder's able to be serviced, the seats aren't too far gone, yeah, I could have a fresh rebuilt motor for $3,000, I reckon. Fair bit of work. But I'd be inclined to replace all these manifolds while I'm at it. They're probably okay to use. I'd have to pull them apart and have a look at them, but he did say, the fella, couldn't tell you much about it, but he reckons, we're looking over the motor, like he just pulled the front up to see the front, and he reckons that possibly the pipe at the bottom here had a leak. Makes you wonder, because these motors, when you run them and they overheat in here, it's alarming like crazy. Like, it's basically indicating, turn the bloody thing off. It's not going right. So yeah, bloody $650. Looks like it's money well spent so far. into BCF, boating, camping, fishing. Looking for a product that I could use. This stuff here, they reckon it's really good for the vinyl. And I want something that I can use to coat this Mercruiser while it's sitting outside under a cover. So I'm running out of room in the shed, but they've got so many goodies here. This place is freaking awesome. Got this new mega store it's opened up. We had a small one, but now they've got a bigger store. So I'm looking for these fixtures that you use for the front bow rail. Doesn't look like they have them. Oh, so many goodies. Love it. Been stuffing around, gave the Grand Cherokee a bloody oil change. Day's getting away on me. So yeah, my neighbour come over and he's a mechanic. He said, oh, let's drop one of these exhaust manifolds. I dropped it, and yeah, look at this shit's caked in here. Up the shit, so I'll give that a clean before I put it back on. It's different to the other ones. They had water jackets, these other ones I was looking at, but this one's got it over end here, which is a lot better idea. So this is a 2004 model, so a little bit newer than others I've looked at, obviously. So manifolds look like they're alright. Surprising compared to the ones that come out of that boat. So yeah, I might just wrap this video up, I think. So I got this, I went to BCF, got this stuff here. Apparently that's really good for vinyl, protects it, and it helps it gets it softer. And then this stuff here, I'll spray that generously all over the motor, everywhere, inside, outside. Be nice to fill the motor up with diesel and just bloody, that'll help it. But I think I'm not going to go, I've got this air compressor, and I've got this special fitting. What I've done with it, but it's like it screws into the spark. Actually, still there? No. I'll see if I can find it. I'll show you. Yeah, you screw that into your spark plug, and then you hook it up the air compressor. That way you can, like when you like changing out, say your valve springs or doing your stem cells, you got pressure in your cylinder. That way you can, yeah, you don't drop valves. So I was doing that. I was loading it up with like stuff in the cylinder and then trying to blow it past the rings to help loosen it up. But I think based on the condition of those, this last bank here, this last cylinder, yeah, it's pretty bad. I think I might just do the right thing and just, when I'm ready, not now, take the cylinder head off and actually pull down to it properly. If they can't rebore those last two cylinders and get all the rust or crap out of it, which is unlikely, I reckon it'll come out, I'll probably just re-sleeve it. I think it's like $100 a cylinder to get them done. But yeah, it looks like, at this point in time, it looks like just a basic rebuild. But I don't want to commit to it now because I've got this Ford Falcon hardtop to finish off. I've made a breakthrough with that car. I've got an Aces EFI throttle body system on it, and turns out I've been chasing the tuning issue whenever I put it into closed loop. Well, it's open loop and closed loop. Closed loop's like self-tuning. Whenever I put it in closed loop, it just floods the motor. Turns out the wideband O2 sensor was faulty. So it was chasing the target, but it just couldn't sense it. So I put an open loop, done the tuning, and the 351 cubic inch Cleveland was running Mickey Mouse. So, righto. Time for a home brew. This is not how you pour beers, but I'm loving it. That's dirt cheap beer. Righto guys, thanks for watching. I'll keep doing episodes over time with this boat, but I'm pretty freaking keen. It's coming on the spring soon. I reckon I could easily have this going for summer. The boat needs a good detail. I got to flip the other boat yet. I really like that boat, but this new boat has a V8. It's freaking awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I'll keep you updated.